If you're over 60 and starting to feel like your energy's slipping, your bedroom performance isn't what it used to be, and you're quietly wondering if your best years are behind you, then don't go anywhere. Because what I'm about to share could completely shift how you feel, how you show up, and how you experience life again. It's not a new drug. It's not a supplement, and it's not some complicated health hack. It's just 3 simple everyday nuts. That's right, real natural foods that can reignite your energy, restore your drive, and support blood flow and stamina like you haven't felt in years. I'm Dr. Laura. I've spent more than 30 years helping men reclaim their strength, their confidence, and their masculinity. And one thing I know for sure: aging doesn't mean stepping back. It just means getting smarter about how you fuel your body. Most men don't know this, but these 3 specific nuts support better blood flow, firmer erections, and stronger hormone levels, all by working with your biology instead of fighting against it. In today's video, I'll break down exactly how these nuts work, why they're even more powerful when used together, the number 1 mistake that's holding most older men back, and the daily routine that can make it all click into place. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and tap that button and ring the bell. I post videos every week to help men over 60 feel stronger, more energized, and more confident every single day. If this video speaks to you, just type 1 in the comments to let me know you're here and paying attention. If not, type 0. I read every response, and it helps me create better content for you. Now, let's get started with the first powerhouse nut no man over 60 should overlook. 1. Walnuts, the circulation king. Let's talk about walnuts, what I call the circulation king. One of my patients, Tom, age 68, came to me looking completely defeated. "Doc," he said, "I still love my wife, but my body, it just isn't cooperating anymore." Sadly, I hear that far more than I should, and most of the time the issue isn't desire, it's circulation. That's where walnuts come in. Now, they might look plain on the outside, but they're one of the most powerful foods you can eat to support healthy blood flow. And blood flow, as you probably know, is the foundation for everything: erections, energy, mental clarity. If blood isn't moving, nothing else works. Walnuts are rich in L-arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide, the very compound that relaxes blood vessels and allows blood to flow freely. When you're young, you've got plenty of nitric oxide. But after 60, it starts dropping fast. Walnuts help bring that function back online. They're also packed with omega-3s, those healthy fats that reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health, which is key for performance, stamina, and clear thinking. I've had men tell me they started eating just a handful of walnuts before bed, and within a couple of weeks, they had better morning erections, more energy during the day, and felt mentally sharper too. It's not magic. It's just giving your body what it needs to operate the way it was meant to. So, if your energy's been dragging, if your erections haven't felt as strong, or if your drive just isn't what it used to be, walnuts might be the natural shift your body's been waiting for. But that's just the beginning, because the next nut on our list doesn't just help with blood flow, it's been clinically proven to boost erection strength and staying power, and you're definitely going to want to hear about it. 2. Pistachios, the erection booster. Next up, pistachios. Don't let their snack food status fool you. These little green gems are some of the most underrated tools for men's health, especially when it comes to performance. I had a patient named Richard, 72, generally healthy but frustrated. "Mentally, I'm there," he said, "but physically, I'm not showing up." He tried prescription pills, but they left him dizzy, flushed, and honestly, embarrassed. What he really wanted was something natural, something his body could actually work with. That's when I introduced him to pistachios. These aren't just a tasty snack. They're one of the very few foods that have been clinically studied for improving erectile function. In a study out of Turkey, men who ate pistachios daily for just 3 weeks had significantly stronger, longer-lasting erections and higher satisfaction without taking any meds. Like walnuts, pistachios are also rich in arginine, so they help with nitric oxide production and blood flow. But what sets pistachios apart is their potent combo of antioxidants, plant sterols, and healthy fats, ingredients that lower bad cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and support your vascular system. Richard added a handful to his lunch every day. Within 2 weeks, he said, "It's like my system flipped back on." He had more morning wood, more spontaneous desire, and more confidence. If you've been feeling disconnected from your physical self, if things aren't clicking the way they used to, pistachios could be the missing link. They're affordable, easy to find, and surprisingly powerful. But we're not done yet, because the third nut on our list may just be the most important of all. 3. Brazil nuts, the hormone restorer. Let's talk about Brazil nuts, the hidden hormonal hero. One of my favorite patients, Gary, 66, sharp, active, still in love with his wife, came in and said, "I don't feel like me anymore. I'm tired, my sex drive is low, and it feels like I'm slowing down no matter how hard I try." He was eating well, walking daily, but something was off. So I asked him about selenium. Like most men, he had no idea what that was. Here's the deal. Brazil nuts are loaded with selenium, a mineral that's absolutely essential for testosterone production, sperm health, and prostate protection. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day delivers all you need. Your body can't make selenium. It depends entirely on what you eat. And after 60, getting enough becomes even more critical. Gary started eating just 1 Brazil nut each morning, right after brushing his teeth. After a couple of weeks, his mood improved. Less fog, more energy, and then the big one. His libido returned. Not forced, not fake, real, natural interest. That's the power of selenium. And Brazil nuts are the easiest way to get it. Too much isn't better. Just 1 nut a day is enough. But that 1 nut? It's like flipping a hormonal switch. If you've been dragging, feeling off, or not as motivated, this might be the quiet fix your body's been missing. Now imagine what happens when you bring all 3 nuts together into one daily routine. 4. Why these 3 work better together. Here's what most people don't realize. Your body doesn't heal in parts. It thrives on synergy, on multiple systems working in sync. Each of these nuts does something powerful on its own, but together, they amplify each other's effects in a way your body can feel. Let me tell you about Dan. He was 71 and had tried each nut on and off over the years. Pistachios 1 month, walnuts another, but nothing stuck. He told me, "Doc, I've done it all. I don't feel different." So I asked him to do one simple thing: commit to all 3 every day for 21 days. No skipping, no second guessing. 3 weeks later, He came back with a grin and said, "I feel lighter, I have more energy, and my wife noticed I'm more present." That word, present, says it all. Here's how the synergy works. Walnuts get the blood moving. Pistachios enhance performance and staying power. Brazil nuts bring the hormones back online. Circulation, erection strength, hormonal balance. 3 key pillars, supported naturally, consistently. And the best part? It takes less than 5 minutes a day. But even this simple habit can get derailed by one big mistake, one that quietly robs so many men of progress. 5. The one mistake most men make. Here's the hardest part of my job. It's not fixing physical problems. It's helping men believe they're still worth fixing. Because somewhere along the way, a lot of men just stop trying. They lose a little energy, feel a little embarrassment, and instead of asking why, they say, "Well, I guess this is just getting older." That right there is the real problem. Not aging itself, but giving up in response to it. I'll never forget Bill. He was 69, funny, sharp, but heavy-hearted. "I just figured this was my new normal," he said. It broke my heart, because I knew it wasn't. I told him, "You don't need a miracle. You need to start. Just start. Start the nuts. Start walking. Start believing your body still wants to feel alive." A few weeks later, that same man came back energized, hopeful, and more in tune with himself than he'd been in years. The mistake isn't getting older, it's assuming age means you're done. 6. Your daily vitality routine. Now, let's make this easy. I've had countless men come to me overwhelmed, counters full of supplements, books they'll never finish, advice pulling them in every direction. Here's what I tell them. Do less, but do it right. So here's your simple daily vitality routine. Morning, 1 Brazil nut. Keep it by your toothbrush. 1 nut, done. Boosts testosterone, supports prostate health. Midday, a handful of unsalted pistachios, perfect with lunch, keeps energy steady and performance strong. Evening, a small handful of walnuts before bed, supports overnight blood flow and recovery. That's it. 3 nuts, 3 steps, daily. You'll be surprised how something so small can shift how you feel, physically, mentally, intimately. But more than that, it's a statement, a choice to care for yourself. And now, there's one final message I want to leave you with. If you're still here, thank you. I want to speak directly to you now, not as a doctor, but as someone who's listened to hundreds of men walk through this journey. Men who gave their all to work, to family, to others, but now quietly ask, "Where did I go?" It's okay to ask that. In fact, it means you're still in the fight. And now you have a map. Walnuts for circulation, pistachios for strength and stamina, Brazil nuts for hormones and energy. Alone, they help. Together, they transform. A Brazil nut in the morning, pistachios at lunch, walnuts before bed. That's not just a routine, it's a reclaiming. You're saying, "I'm not done, I still have more to give." Because you do. I've seen the shoulders rise. I've seen the light come back in men's eyes. I've seen love deepen, confidence return, and men rediscover their power. Not because of a pill, because they chose to start. If this video helped you, like it, share it, and drop a comment below. Tell me what hit home. Type, "I'm starting today," if this is your moment. And if you want to support this channel's mission to help more men over 60 feel alive and strong again, consider making a small donation with the link below. This is your time. This is your turn. Let's make it count.